People don't realize this, but Hunts Point is a vital piece of the ecosystem of New York City. Most of the produce, some of the fish, and some of the meat that you probably consume every day has probably come through Hunts Point first, and then been taken and distributed out to the grocery stores. It's where most of your food comes from. Hunts Point Food Distribution Center is one of the largest in the world. It's comprised of 3 markets: the meat market, the produce market, and the fish market. And it actually generates $5 billion of economic activity for New York City. A lot of food gets collected here and redistributed out to grocery stores, to bodegas. The produce market is on the water, and it's in a low-lying area. The fish market is on the water as well. So it's very vulnerable to flooding.
The markets hold our food supply for 3 days in New York City, and they're in a floodplain. So if anything happened to those markets during a storm, we would be really crippled in our ability to get fresh food out to the entire region.
And I live literally 5 minutes from here, and right by the water. So if something happened, I mean, my house is right there, and then my job, you know, all of this gotta come out the stakes. No ink at all, no ink.
There's 20,000 direct jobs connected with Hunts Point, and those are good jobs. Those are, you know, living wage jobs, many of them union jobs, and if those are lost to a major flood event that wipes out the markets and then the markets move, it's catastrophic for families in the Bronx.
35 years that I've been here, I've seen a tremendous economic boom in the Hunts Point Peninsula. It's bringing in a lot of jobs, and if anything happens to this area, you know, catastrophic loss.
I mean, we are surrounded by water, so I believe the drainage system back here sucks a little. I mean, as you get a little bit of hard rain, the streets are flooded. A lot of supermarkets would have no products because this whole area will be flooded out. So this is vital. This area needs to be taken care of. We depend on this.
This building is built on piles. If you go below this cement slab floor, it is the marsh.
Inventory is almost always in excess of $1 million. In the event of another catastrophic outage, the freezers defrost and the meat's not wholesome, we can't sell it. People have to eat, that's primary. And if anything happens to this area, you know, it doesn't matter what's going on Wall Street, it doesn't matter what's going on in the tech centers, it all starts with being able to feed people and take care of their families.
You know, Houston, all these events that are happening, Puerto Rico, are making us think about how do we get out of this cycle of, you know, not really taking the steps that we need to take. It happens again, maybe it happens in a different place. And we saw with Sandy, you know, it became very evident that there's a short supply of food. If the markets go down, the whole region's food supply is at risk.
So Rebuild by Design started after Hurricane Sandy. It was an initiative of the federal government, and the idea was to have a big international competition to connect the best minds of the world to the best minds of our region and really think about how we can start planning for the future, knowing that we have so many climate uncertainties.
So the lifelines that we developed are a flood protection greenway, number one. That's sort of the first and essential piece. You know, this is a very compact greenway, and we try to fit in as much ecology and water cleaning as possible. The perimeter right now here is from 8 to 10 feet elevation. So you can raise it to 16 feet with a modest expense. The second is to think about how job creation could be incorporated into all of the strategies. Some of it private job creation in the markets, some of it connected with the maintenance and operation of these ecological levees.
We, with the Penn Olin team, developed the most comprehensive solution that this community has ever seen. It not only addresses climate change, it calls for workforce development, it calls for local procurement, it looks at resilient infrastructure, it looks at energy, right? Renewable energy. So for us, that's such an exciting roadmap to our future.
So the total price tag for the entire proposal was almost $1 billion, and so that's not something that the city in the immediate term could afford right now. But the city has allocated $45 million of federal recovery funding for immediate fixes here at Hunts Point.
So they're installing an energy microgrid, both for the market and for 2 schools and a sewage treatment plant. It's really a demonstration project to start thinking about how we can make this entire community more resilient. It won't take care of storm surge or rain events and the problem that they still exist in the floodplain, but it will do is it will give backup power if they ever need it. Look, it's all choices. Our government spends billions and billions and billions of dollars in infrastructure every year. We have to decide, as a community, as New Yorkers, do we want to fortify a place like Hunts Point? Do we want to build more schools? Do we want to fix potholes? Whatever it may be, these are all trade-offs. And I'm thinking that if we get another storm and it hits Hunts Point, that's going to become the #1 priority.
If we can do one of these brave, common projects, one project like this really changes our frontier of what is possible when we come together.